the paid subscription. Hey, everybody. It's another Friday night, and Allyson will be back. I've had so many people show up to celebrate with us tonight that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm all like, I was already jittery with the caffeine and slap happy and tired from, the packing today. And now I'm just like, oh my God. So we have a special guest with us tonight, my other half. So I got him to join us. So he's from Oregon. So I figure, anybody has questions or wants to talk about why, we want to, go there and his experience. So I just thought make it all one big party. So thank you, everybody in chat, everyone who's joined. I have Selena, Essence of the Moon. I have Miss Luscious Alexis Milner. I have Val, Dragonfly Crystals. It's been forever. And Marina.
It has.
Heart Center Tarot. And I have Ange, Roots and Waves joining us. And I missed the musical live stream. So once we get settled in, we'll have to pick that up again. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Lots and lots of fun. So. Well, thank you everybody for joining, and we've got people popping in. Jonathan, Jonathan, I forgot to leave you on the list. Oh, there was just so many people that I have known over the last
hey, Jonathan.
3 years since I've been on. I'll be starting my 4th year with my channel in November, and so lots and lots of people. But I want to say, Bill was here. So Bill was backstage. She'll be back a little bit later to pop on and join again. Same with Allyson. Isadora is here. Hello, Isadora. Let's see who else. Miss Nancy was backstage earlier. She's watching us on the big screen. So thank you, Miss Nancy. And of course, hey girl, hey. She's hanging out. She'll be back. Jonathan, aloha. Aloha, my dear. We have Alana. 3 degrees of love divination is here. Oh, I still wish I had like the 10 people that I could have on here, but I have 6, and I'm grateful for every single one of you that are being patient and joining Shan and I this evening. So thank you. So ladies, Val, Marina, my goodness, what's up? Yeah. It's been a while.
It has been a minute, hasn't it? It's I try to catch your shows, and it seems like you and I are on the same schedule. We tend to go on at the same time.
Well, our community is so big too now. Also. Yes. So it's kind of hard not to, have a show going on when, there's another one. But I pop in and say hi when I can.
Yeah, so, me too. Me too. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're finally able to make this move happen.
Yes, everybody knows what we've been going through here at this place.
Yeah. And I was thrilled to get your email that it's happening. You're going. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I thought that I'd pull a couple cards from the What We Have Forgotten Oracle deck, and I was thrilled. I got Initiation.
Let's see this. I love that deck. That's beautiful.
Yes. Initiation. This is your, you started this journey with the concept of what it was that you wanted, and you started to practice that. And then I got nurturing. So, it's like you put forth the idea, you took care of it, you watered it, you blessed it, you did all the things that you need to. And the last card is transformation. I think that this is going to be fabulous. When you get out there, it feels to me like you finally take a deep breath. And you exhale like,
yes, that's going to be him. Yep.
Yeah. So I couldn't be happier for you. I think once you get out there and you get settled and, you're going to be back on your channel doing things. Can't wait to hear about the trip, and it's going to go fabulous.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for the beautiful cards. I plan on
Mhm.
doing every night when we get settled into the hotel, going live for a few minutes and letting
Oh.
everybody know about the drive to that particular city. We're going. They got us to going to Hammond, Indiana first, and then from there. Now I've never been to Nebraska, so I'm going to get to go through Nebraska.
Nice.
I am going. Then we're going to be scheduled to stop in Laramie, Wyoming. Can't wait for that. Then Salt Lake, outside of Salt Lake City, Nevada, and then straight up into to Oregon. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm a little
wonderful.
nervous.
And for those of you who haven't been to Ashland, oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. Just a charming, charming town. Kind of, you feel sheltered with all the mountains around. And it just has sweet, sweet energy.
And there's Bobby.
You know,
Sorry.
that's all right.
Hey guys!
Hey, Bobby.
I didn't notice I was on. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Hey Marina. Hey Val. I haven't seen you guys. Selena and Heather, Shan. You guys, I'm so happy for you both.
Yes.
Thank you.
I know how much you've struggled with the whole mental process of this has been draining on you. Hey Jonathan, how you doing?
Hi, Miss Tarot D.
Yeah, I know how draining this whole process has been, and I am so happy for you that you manifested this. So yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's everybody's done what we've been going through here. So yeah. Last year we thought we had a new place and it fell through, but it was meant to happen, and so that we could make plans for this and go out this year. So yeah.
I pulled a card for you guys.
Here we go, more cards.
Yeah. Temperance.
Yep.
Nice.
The art
so this is the art card. This is the alchemy card, the blending of two things to create something else, something different and apart. This is also a Sagittarius card. So Sagittarius is a seeker, and this is all about you, the artist, the seeker. This is the Sagittarian healer. You survive. You find a way to go forward, and this card is telling me that you're moving into a better situation all the way around. So I'm very excited for you.
Say hello to people. Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, people know, or we've already gone ad nauseum, about the stuff that goes on here. And so, yeah, it's
funny that all of the things that this card represents are you, Sagittarius, artist, finding a new direction, everything. That's just such a good sign, and I'm excited to see it. I was really worried I was going to pull a trouble card. I'm not going to lie. I was like, don't be that dude today, not today.
And Beth, we are not in Oregon yet. We leave on Sunday morning, so we should be there by Thursday. So, but not yet. This is kind of like our
Miss Charity.
What did Miss Charity? Are you causing trouble?
I missed it in chat. Let me see.
She said I didn't pull a card, but I did pull my back. Does that count?
Oh, we love you.
We are sore. We are
I bet.
exhausted.
That is the biggest thing about moving is like there's this grief that's attached to letting things go. And then there's the physical pain of like moving. And then there's this whole like mental thing that you go through with like what if and what's gonna happen and so yeah, I just thank you for inviting me here tonight. I just wanted to personally pop on and just say that we have been on this journey with you, Heather, to know, we can't personally of course know what you've been going through, but from what you've shared, wow, you both have overcome so much just from having to live in that place that you have for so many years, and I'm so happy. I don't care where you end up, it's going to be better than there.
Yeah, like I told Shan, we don't want another one like this. So we've been telling the universe,
No.
like Val taught me.
No,
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or better, or even better. Everything is or even better, Val.
That's
You
right.
told
Yes.
me last summer. Yep.
that's
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I pulled some cards for you. And this is the heart of source. So listen to this. This is all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. So that unconditional acceptance is the way you're going to feel when you get there. That feeling you've settled into home.
Yeah.
And you're going to have that sacred inner space that you really feel comfortable in, where you can create freely and let the free flow of source happen there. Also, the great gathering. It's a town of like minds, spiritually oriented. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. This is your activation card. And finally, the violet flame.
Oh, I
This is-
love that. My colors.
This is really a beautiful energy.
Val, can
So
you send a
karmic
picture of that to me?
release and radical transformation
Yes.
is happening. And so you really are going to be transitioning to bringing in so much new information. And 2 other cards, the Mirror and Council of Light. You're going to have it reflected back to you, that beautiful soul that you are. And you're going to be working and getting information from the Council of Light while you're there. It's such a high vibrational town, and you're going to love it. And with that, I'll say goodbye.
Okay.
Oh,
Bye, Val. Thank you.
Bye, Val.
Bye-bye.
It's good to see you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Woo.
I would like to point out that, am I still on? Yeah, okay. I would like to point out that I think people are being moved into certain locations around the world to where they need to be, and you are being relocated to exactly where you need to be to fulfill your destiny.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And it had to happen at this time. It couldn't have happened before. It had to
No.
happen now. So
Agreed.
The only
Welcome
thing
back,
that makes me,
Leslie.
the only thing
Yes,
that makes
and
me
I will-
nervous is just the drive, with people on the road. And I just keep asking, like Nancy told me, also ask Archangel Metatron. So between Archangel Michael and Metatron to protect and that light around us. Exactly. So.
totally.
And ask Hermes as Lord of Travelers.
Oh, okay. I'll petition Hermes as well.
Petition Hermes for safe travels.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I will make my exit because I want someone else to be able to come on here and enjoy your excitement. I can feel your excitement. I think it's wonderful, and I'm looking forward to hearing.
He's
all
super
of it.
excited. He can't wait to get back home. So he's like,
Oh, I bet.
and the air is going to be good, and the water's going to be great. And so he's just very excited too.
You can tell because he's just kind of being very quiet.
That's Shan.
It's overwhelming.
He's probably exhausted.
Have you ever seen those paperweights from Ireland? They're called the 40 Shades of Green.
Uh-huh.
Oregon is pretty close to that. I mean, they have so many shades of green. It's very green in those areas. I mean, there is desert there, but where we're going, it's just going to be fairly green.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. All righty. Well, much love to everyone, and safe journey, and can't wait to hear all about the next chapter.
Yep.
Stay
tuned.
All righty.
Yes.
Okay.
You,
Bye for now.
Bye, Marina.
Bye.
Do you have a lot of people waiting?
I'm going to bring Bill back. He's backstage. Allison, Allison's manning the chat, so thank you, girl. And I know Tom is going to be coming a little bit later, and I think Ramon will. So we'll see.
Let me know when somebody shows up, and I'll dip. Hey, Bill, I have something to say. You made a comment. I don't know if we were still backstage or not. About tarot people and growing up, that
Yes.
there's a part of us that never grew up completely.
Yes.
I don't think it's so much that. I think it is that we're still able to see the world with childlike wonder.
Mm.
I was thinking of a term, Bobby, of that we still like toys. We never got over
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tarot cards are toys to me. I mean, anytime a new toy comes out, I'm on it like a hawk. And if I don't see it, one of my friends or subscribers will send me a message saying, "Hey, Bobby, this deck looks like you." So, and sure enough, it is.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Thank you, Janet.
the hard part about becoming an adult a long time ago was not getting toys for Christmas anymore.
That's for sure.
Then I got
Exactly.
to a point in time in my life, and then I said, well, screw it. I don't care that I have to, I still like these kinds of things, like games or like, or whatever. And so it was always like a disappointment coming to Christmas of not, I didn't want those. I mean, granted, I needed the socks and all that, but.
And I love what Beth said, but aren't golf club toys? What about cards?
What
People hold on to what brings them joy if they're lucky.
Toys and different things, and they can't always just be something that
Yes, Jonathan.
you got to use.
Yeah.
I was backstage. I was
Hi, Thomas.
pulling some going through my book and giving a random page for you guys, and so the word liberty came up, or being liberated to be yourself, and then the page number all boiled down to the number 3, and so so this is a point where you can make this move, and you can further your ability to create and create what it is that you want to create. You're in becoming your own self. And then I drew one of these little cards. It also happened to be boiled down.
Let me see those. What are those?
This is my yeah.
That lottery ticket?
It was.
Mm-hmm. It was.
A losing ticket.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Each
that's
one
his.
Well, because if it was a winner, I wouldn't have it, right? I mean, granted, I did keep quite a few of them. So I asked for them back. You go win like $100. But they had some fantastic words on there, and I chose. I said, I want the card back, please. And so the words that popped out from me were weather, own, and swim. And so,
ooh, yes, the ocean. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a little bit warmer down south, but the oceans are getting, like I said backstage, that climate change is your biggest threat for anyone here, and that's happening, and whatever, but that's just the way it is. So, anyways, that's what I got. I went into my oracle. There was
Amethyst, your husband is cool, Amethyst. What you were just saying.
She was sharing. My husband has lightsabers and full of pop vinyl characters in his room dedicated to building model cars and Star Wars ships. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
And yes, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys
And
R Us.
You know what? I had that sweatshirt.
Cool. Yeah.
I had that Toys R Us sweatshirt. I don't know where it is now, but I want another one, and I can't get one, so I'm going to make one. The fact that I still collect toys, plural, and games, and I'm 54, I will never grow up, ever, 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 ever.
We had to make sure we were taking with us. Was it about 3 years ago when we were, I think, still working at the mall? There was this for the holidays. They have this, the setup where they sell toys and calendars and everything. And Shan loves Firefly. He's a big Firefly. Yeah, Firefly guy. And they actually had in the shape of the ship a Yahtzee game for the Firefly.
Oh, how
he never
cool!
opened it,
Wow.
it's still we got a pack to take with us. So when it comes to certain toys and games, you know.
See, it's not Firefly. It's not Firefly for me. It's Doctor Who. Anything with Doctor Who. Anything Doctor Who, I lose my shit over.
So, Miss Lexi, what?
Oh, I mean, Firefly was a pretty good show.
Okay, Bill. Just so you know, you come in and out. So if I don't quite catch you,
You know,
it's
You know what? I gotta carry on with my evening duties.
okay.
And
He said duty.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Took care of my mother, and then it's getting close to, and the dog reminds me when dinner time is, and this is about the time that the dog says it's dinner time.
Okay.
And so I need to go do some other things too before the sun goes down. And anyways, thank you very much for inviting me on.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later, Bill.
Yep.
Bye, Bill.
Bye, Bill.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Bye.
You know, when people say have a good one, it just when I get my fast food and somebody says, okay, have a good one, as they hand me my food, it just drives me up the wall. It's one of those it is a trigger phrase for me. Have a good what? Have a good shit? Have a good what? What do you want me to have a good of? Tell me now.
I mean,
Be more specific. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie at my age. Be more specific.
I love that.
My thing is good luck. I hate the good luck thing. Like, good luck? Like, listen, like, it's not even about luck, okay? I don't like the good luck thing.
All right. Well, you definitely will have a good shit after you eat that fast food.
That's a good one. It's one of those things. Don't you guys have a phrase that drives you nuck and futz?
Yeah.
Nuck and futz, yep. Here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave now, but I just wanted to pop in quickly just to hold space and to wish you well.
Thank you, Lance.
Safe journeys. I know that you're going to land in the exact spot that you're meant to. You know, just the nature, like Shan was saying, the colors, that alone is going to welcome you, you know, and so really
Colors are beautiful.
the home is going to come after, but first you're going to be embraced by the beauty of the West Coast. I have family that live out in Washington State, and I've been to Seaside, Oregon, which is not too far from one of my family members' homes. And
oh yeah,
it's
that's a dead zone still, right? Yeah, no cell phones there.
Well,
yes.
Oh, shut the front door. Well, open the front door.
Open the front door.
Are we honored or what?
Everybody, look who's here.
Hey, sexy bitch. What's up?
There she is.
Hi.
Sexy indeed.
Hi, honey.
Thank you for
Can
joining
y'all
us.
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can see you, handsome.
I know.
Really quick, let's put let's
You know, I had
let's do
treatment
this. There he
I'm
is.
all
Oh,
out
you're
of
gonna
it. But
He's like,
I wanted to be here because this was such a special day for Heather and Shan that I didn't want to miss out.
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me cry.
So I figured, you know what? Special times need special gifts. So I figured let me come untucked and unmakeup and unhaired.
You still look fabulous.
Yes.
That's when you know it's serious. When you get a drag queen to come out without face on, you know they love you.
Yes.
Oh,
look at the baby.
Hi,
So, like I read earlier, I mean, I don't know what the big hoopla's about. It's not like you're changing YouTube channels. No matter where you go, we're going to see you. And, you know, now Allyson in 2 years changed 5 different backgrounds. Now that's a feat. Okay? I got to see her garage. I got to see her kitchen. I was really afraid she was going to take her YouTube camera into the shower. That would be you moving across country. That's nothing. That's
We haven't seen the
nothing.
garage yet, though,
You
right?
know?
Yeah, there she is. She's laughing.
Yeah. You know, this is what's the big deal? You're going across America, so what? Allison went 5 different rooms. You know, she should get a celebration for it. You know, Lexi moved twice already in less than 3 months. I don't know if you noticed, I did. But really, I mean, you know, you guys have been through hell and back.
Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, we have.
And you know, like
Been a long
Bobby
time
said,
coming.
the universe does what the universe needs to do. You were there for a reason. You were there for a season, and now you need to be somewhere else in this world to move on to your next stage in your journey, in your life, in your prosperity, in your possibilities, in your health, because that
The health
area
is,
is
yeah.
like, you know, I don't curse. You guys know I don't like to curse, but that was
I do.
that was some fucked up shit. And you guys did everything you could. And, you know, sometimes what happens to us, we get comfortable. No blame and shaming, just putting that out there. We get comfortable in our shit. And change feels too difficult. So we'd rather stay with what we have and the fear of what's out there.
Yeah.
And what the universe does is it just keeps making it more and more and more and more unbearable for us till then we have no other choice but to make that move.
True.
Yeah.
And this is what's happened. Girl, bed bugs twice? Come on.
People don't know what we've been through here.
Yes.
And the nightmare that there are times when I've show pictures privately to certain people about what, because I had an allergic reaction and people wouldn't believe what my body would look like, and they wouldn't help us here. They blamed us for bringing them in, but yet people were dumping
Victim blaming.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But with all the uncomfortability that the universe gives you to make that change, the universe would also give you all the things you need to help you make that change.
Yeah.
And I've watched it. It's given you a wonderful therapist. It's given you a wonderful spouse to support you through this. It's given you a blessing of friends. It's given you a channel where you can be your authentic, real self and just put yourself out there and get the support you needed. You have a Friday night BFF who's always doing her show with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I think in 2 years, Allison's only not been available 3 times the most. I mean,
oh, wow.
So
that's
yeah,
right.
I mean, come on. I mean, so that's the universe really saying to you, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And this next step, it's just an amazing adventure. Like, I am visualizing you doing your show from truck stops.
Yeah.
Really,
Oh yeah, along the way we're going to be doing the hotels. When we get settled in.
You need to take pictures on your journey, and then you paint the pictures and create a series of your move.
I'm going to try. We're going to be using our app for most of the trip, but when we have to make stops here and there, if I get a nice good shot, I'll say let's pull over to the to the side of the road or whatever. Let me get a couple. So yeah, because I've never been to Wyoming or Nebraska or Utah or anything like that. So
that would be a great series. I'm serious.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go off camera because I'm very shy being on camera.
Aww. But thank you for doing this for me, though.
Without my face, because I'm not that pretty. And
you're gorgeous.
But I am here. I just woke up. I slept after treatment. I woke up and I'm going to be up for the next 24 hours. So I will be on people's lives tonight all over popping in and out. But I do want to just...
Who's live tonight?
Love you.
Where can I... Where? Who? What time?
You were, Bobby.
I don't know. And everyone's saying that you're absolutely beautiful, Miss Tarot D. And yes, oh, okay.
Well, there's that.
I'm feeling honored.
So I
Allison,
pulled a
you wanna
card
pop
for you.
back on?
Yeah, I pulled a card for you, Heather.
Oop, let me get Selena over there.
So this is from the Divine Masters Oracle Guidebook.
By Kyle Gray, yes.
Yep. And then I pulled this one for you. So the message that popped out for me was the energy of wishing on a star and seeing that wish come true is with you now. And then the ending to that says you are destined to shine brightly in this lifetime, and all the experiences you are having at this time are in alignment with that sacred mission. There's an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement around you now, and this will help you turn your vision into the reality you deserve to experience.
Wow, that's beautiful. I
So
never
wish
heard
upon
of
a star. Yeah, me
Stop
either.
that.
Yeah, me
When
either. This is from
you
the
win.
So
yeah.
how do you pronounce her name? Does it say?
It's Sopdet.
Sapta. It sounds almost like ancient Egyptian.
It is Egyptian. It's
Oh, okay.
it comes from the name from Sirius, so Northern Star.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's
The
the card
star
that says,
that
I wish.
guides. The
Yeah,
star
so
that guides you on your move.
So you are being guided, Heather. Make that wish, and whatever it is that you're wishing for, and these new experiences you're surrounded by positivity and abundance, and this will help make your visions into reality.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate
You're welcome.
you. And I
You're
love
welcome.
you. Thank
I
you.
love you. I love you so much. But
Same
I
here.
have a great feeling for you. I feel like this is going to be such a wonderful move for you. Just some, like, initially I was like, oh, this is going to be, I had that initial feeling of this is going to be so good for you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even artistically. I feel like you're going to have a whole new artistic vision out there.
And it'll help also, because being at this place and being around this negative energy and everything we've been through, it's put a strain at times on our relationships. So
I'm sure.
For us, this is to get away from that, go to where he's excited, where he could show me. For 16 years here, I got to show him where I grew up and my memories, and now for the rest of our life together, we can go there and he can show me his memories and his places, and kind of hopefully get back to somewhat how we used to be.
Yeah, I think you will. I feel like you're going to find that. You're definitely going to find that.
Yeah. It's like a
I think you're going to be better. It's not just a return. Remember the alchemy card that we pulled at the beginning. This is you taking what you know from the past and what you're going to find in the future and blending it together to create something totally new. So you're going to be a whole new animal here, my dear.
Yeah, and you never know. My channel name may change. Totally different animal.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go. Something more West Coasty.
At all.
Yeah. No, I have a great feeling about this for you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I've had an idea for a name change, and I'm like, no, and for this past week, I can share with everybody. There's Allyson. She's coming.
Don't go with Fifi Banana Hammock, because that's the one I want.
No worries. But I don't know if people got to see. This past week, I got to visit my
because that's the one I want.
My art professor from college. She has been somebody I have loved since my 20s, and she has helped guide me. When I was in college to be the artist that I am, and she's 72 now, and I know that this was probably going to be the last chance I got to see her, and I got to spend a couple of hours with her this week, and she told me that she's proud of me, that she's proud of the work that I've done, and I told her that her opinion was she was the only person really in my life that I wanted to make happy, that I wanted the approval of, that so yeah, I mean, I even kind of brought her to tears. I told her, "You're my art mom. You were there for me when I really needed you." And this is my picture with her from Tuesday.
Oh,
so that's me and Connie. So yeah, so I got that closure. I got to say goodbye. I got to thank her for all her support and everything that and I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So yes.
Well, I'm gonna head out, but I just again, I wish you both a safe journey, and I'm really
Thank you, Ann.
excited for both of you. And keep us posted. We're all holding space for you guys. Okay.
All right, thank you, Ange.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye, Ange.
Bye. Thanks for popping
Bye.
in. So
You guys are so amazing. I mean, I look at the love that everybody's giving Heather, and I'm just
I got
touched by it. And then I remember I'm part of this tribe, and you guys show me that love too. And it's amazing. And I want everybody watching in chat.
So when Shan and I first got together, this was us.
Oh my gosh.
God.
I love that. Oh my god.
That's why I missed seeing his face, but that was our first portrait together.
I remember that hairstyle. What year was that?
Yep, I was 30 going on 31 and he was 42.
Okay, so it was 80, 82?
Uh-huh.
Or no, it was when? It was
2001.
2001 when we got together.
Yeah, but you said, no, I said, when was that picture from? What was the date, year of that picture?
2001.
Okay.
Or was it 2002?
So you were 31 there.
I thought it was in the spring weather when we had that picture taken.
I just saw that hairstyle and I'm like, oh, I remember that hairstyle.
Well, my hair, being curly, and it did what it did, and so I was so happy that it behaved for the.
Mine used to be super curly. Yeah.
Mine too, and now it's all just like frizzy.
It changes.
Yeah.
The hormones go.
Yeah.
The curls go.
Yeah.
My hair is cool. It's wavy. It used to be curly, but I'm getting this Carmen Sandiego thing going on right here. Lily Munster.
I love Carmen Sandiego.
You're just trying to imitate Ramon.
You know what? That's the first. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Ramon's face for the first time, I was like, two thoughts hit my head. Dude, he's gorgeous. And the second thought was, that's my hair. So it's been a struggle to not copy Ramon's hairstyle.
Some handsome dudes doing tarot on here, so yeah.
And
there are some hunky dudes.
Actually got a role, not a role. It was a bit part in Rooster Cogburn and the Missus when he was 16. He got to meet Katharine Hepburn. He got to meet John Wayne.
Wow.
That's cool. Shan, I don't mean to freak you out, Bubba, but you was hot when you was younger, wasn't you?
And I wish he would show that face again. I wish that face.
The little puddum.
But I'll let him be who he wants to be.
That was a wonderful picture.
So yeah. And the white shirt. I
got sirens.
Gotta get, huh? Oh.
They're coming for you, Allyson.
Carmen Sandiego. I can't remember who Carmen Sandiego is.
She was the chick, the cartoon with the red jacket and the red hat, long black hair.
Yeah.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
It took me a minute to remember what the show was called, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know, because I'm always doing this with my hair, and I'm wondering, is that why? What's going on? I'm not fighting it. I'm not hating it at all. It's just interesting.
Bobby just wants to preen on the screen.
I never get a chance to look at myself. I shake my hair dry, and which is a big lie. I spent about 20 minutes blow drying. But once I'm done, I don't look at myself for the rest of the day. Until now. So when I'm on screen, I'm like, is that what everybody sees? Yeah, I used to be very vain when I was a bartender. I cared very much about the way I look, so I get more money.
It makes sense.
Well, yeah, when that's actually part of your job.
Mm-hmm.
You look good when you're in that
worst night of my life, traumatizing, was I was bartending at a party at a gay bar, and in the bar, and everybody wanted the bartender to take his shirt off, so they made me take my shirt off for the rest of the night to bartend. and I was already at the end of my bartending career, so I was on the way out physically wise. I had a pot belly, and yeah, it was just really embarrassing, but tips were worth it. But it was It was horrifying. I still have dreams about that.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you why. When you lean over, if you're fat or porky, when you lean over, everything kind of shifts downwards. So that's what my clients were seeing. The people in the bar was my big old tetas right there. And
you know what, though? For some, it makes you more relatable.
That's true.
That's real life.
Well, relate away, boys.
and again, admittedly, you know, young and da da and all that kind of stuff, but
that's the other reason I got out of bartending. It was so youth based.
Yeah,
people do like dad bobs.
And some women like me, and admittedly, you know, I'm straight, whatever. I never liked guys that were too pretty, too perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like you were talking about somebody a few minutes ago, and yes, I see the beauty that this person holds, but that is so not my jam.
That's funny though, where he's concerned. I was like, and I've said it before, please let him be a jerk.
I'm with you.
I was like, please let that boy be a jerk. Please let him be a jerk. Damn, he's perfect.
Girls are supposed to be
right.
But I'm just joking about that. But no, I've never been. I dated one really, really good looking guy a long time ago, and I was like, never again. It's just not that, you know, the thing is beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Like everybody I've ever been with, I was super attracted to. And the more you love them, the more, you know what I mean.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
So, but anyways, I'm talking about obvious on the surface. And like what
so am I. I like big boys. My boyfriends have always been incredibly heavy boys. I'm a chubby chaser. I don't go for slender dudes. My husband is shorter than I am and built very big. And, but that's what I like. He's just the most beautiful man in the world to me, and he's got the green eyes that just send me over the edge.
Right. Yep. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's very personal. So, but no, I get the whole, you know, my son is 22, about to be 23, which is crazy. And he's absolutely cliche gorgeous. He is. He just is. And,
well, look at you. I can believe it.
But I've talked to him. Thank you. I just that, you know, it's very fleeting, and it's very enjoy the attention while you have it and all that. And, you know, and he knows that that's not what really matters. Right. Mm-hmm. But, no, I get it. Like he could easily, I kept telling him he has a job now and he works or whatever. He's in school full time. But I've told him, I said, you could make so much money waiting tables. You would just clean up. And I don't mean in a bar or not, or even just being wait staff. It's totally unfair, but if you are
if you've got it, use it.
Whether you're friendly and attractive or not attractive, the more that you are, and it's totally unfair, admittedly, you do better. You make more money.
You really do. Hey, Shan, you're from the area you're moving to, right?
Yeah.
What kind of cucuys do they have there?
What
kind of critters, like Bigfoots or ghostesses or cryptoids? Cucuys are
cucuys are in Spanish.
Cucuys are in Spanish. It's a boogeyman type creature.
So really quick though, Jonathan Daly had asked us a question really a little bit ago in chat, and he says, "What do you look forward to the most about living in Oregon for Shan and I?" And I could say for the both of us, you know, the people are a lot nicer than what they are around here. People take more pride in their homes and their appearance and their community. They're concerned a lot about the environment.
Safer.
And, you know, the more of the farmers market, there's more of a lean on healthy, cleaner living and eating there. And for me, the town that I want to go to the most is Ashland. Being an artist, they have a beautiful art community there. and they also have a metaphysical community there. So
Yep.
I would be able to combine both my art and my my crystals, my tarot, and I do know a fellow reader who does live in that area. I'm going to, not mention her name, but her and I are looking forward to seeing each other when I get down there. And he's been showing me videos on rock hounding for what Jasper and agates and things and stuff. So yeah, it healthier. I mean, the energy here. I mean, right now we don't live far from Love Canal, and they're still finding toxic waste coming up into people's basements and in the ground around here. And there's so many grids, not just the 5G, but it's just a really heavy energy area, a lot of gains, a lot of poverty. And so I just told him once we shift and get to something better over there, I mean, it's not going to be like there's not going to be any issues or problems. We're going to have to adjust, but it's going to be, a lot healthier for us. And was there anything you wanted to add to that? Or
yeah, I want to get back to the country. It's the populations, and they put a lot of emphasis on outdoor activities, because they have so many waterways, lakes, rivers, and streams, that there's a lot of water sports, and since it's in a temperate area, the water's a little warmer down in southern Oregon. Not in central Oregon. I used to go swimming when there was still snow out in August. And so I get into the lake and freeze, and I come out and thaw out. And then September it starts snowing again. So there was that. But down in southern Oregon, you have a more temperate zone, and the water's warmer during the summertime, and it's just more enjoyable.
Oh, nice! I'm excited.
That sounds nice, but it sounds cold.
No, that's in central Oregon.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit warmer. It's the climate, like they call. Oops. Yeah. They know it as the climate. It doesn't get colder than maybe 30 or 40 for winter. Except for this year, they just had the first time like 4 inches of snow. Oh my God! In Ashland, and here in Buffalo, New York, 4 inches is like, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a better, more temperate climate. It does get hot where we're going to be in the summer. They're starting to push around 90 to 100 on some days, but the humidity's not, like it is here.
Yeah.
And most places that we've been looking at, because people keep asking if we have a place already, but a lot of places that we were finding that we liked, we can't. I guess what they're doing now is that they really won't rent to you unless you're there and you see it in person. So a lot of it's more you have to rent scene, and you got to be careful too for scams, also.
That works both ways on their part. They want to look at you too, because I went through that. Yeah.
That area is a big agricultural area also. It's the pear capital of the world. That's where Harry and David's is from. If you're familiar with Harry and David's.
I know Harry David. Huh.
Yeah, the fruit baskets. Yeah, that's where they come from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Bobby, what was your question? Did you mention big feets?
Yes. What kind of cuckoos are you gonna have in your area? Like out here, we've got
Bigfoot,
box spirits and desert spirits and stuff.
Like
yeah. Well, we have wood spirits.
Chupacabras.
And big feet and.
He actually saw one as a kid when living in Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The house that you grew up in, Macaulay House in Jacksonville, Oregon, had spirits that he saw when he was younger. So, and that's where you saw the Great Two, or was that California?
That was in California.
That was California. Okay. So.
That's so cool.
Popping in. So I'll let you talk because this is your home state. You've been so excited about all of it.
Why did you leave it?
Oh. Why did you
I'm gonna close my blinds.
Why did I leave?
Yeah, why did you leave Oregon? Relationships.
Yeah, family. Part of my family was up in Washington State, and so I went up to Washington State and then went into the military afterward. They gotten married, ended up going down to I was stationed in Florida, Cuba, Texas,
He was a CB in the Navy.
Spain, and then I went to California.
Oops.
And then after I got out of the military, I had gone back up to Oregon and stayed, I guess, a couple of years up in Central Oregon where it's cold. They get as much snow as New York does. And then we ended up going over to Colorado. And so I lived in Colorado for like 5 or 6 years, and then I moved down to Arizona from there.
I love Arizona. I thought I had died and gone to hell when I first moved here, and they just forgot to tell me because it was so hot. I figured I just thought I got lost in the shuffle and I was in hell. But when my mom came to visit a few years later and I picked her up at the airport, I'm walking down and I've got her bags and I'm talking to her and this and that. And I turn around and she's not with me. She's way back there and she's like dripping with sweat. And I'm like, "You okay, Mom?" She's, "It's so hot." And I was like, this is nothing. Wait until it really gets going. So yeah, you get used to it. And I'm excited that you're going to be in a magic friendly climate, a mystical, metaphysical climate too. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty there.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Crater Lake. It's the deepest lake in the country, and because of what some type of algae, it's this incredibly like sapphire blue water. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Gerald actually did a tapestry piece of Crater Lake with Wizard Island in it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this in person. The pictures are absolutely gorgeous.
And I swam in it. It's really cold.
Nope, too cold. Hey, you guys. Good luck on the move. May the blessings of Hermes follow you on your journey. I'm going to dip out for tonight and give space for other people when they pop up. And I'm just really happy that things are starting to work out for you in a more positive way. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Bobby.
Bye.
Good night.
Bobby Boo. So we will be having another guest shortly. So yeah, I got my girl.
Exciting.
So how
I know I love Oregon.
Yeah.
I love Oregon. I was out there. Yeah, I was out there for a week with my husband. We were staying in Portland. We stayed at the Kimpton in downtown. Oh. And then we drove past Tillamook where they have like all the cheese at. And we went up and down the coast. We went to the Lois and Clark Park. We went all the way up to Astoria where Goonies was filmed. We went to, we did all of that. It was such a great 1 week trip. And to me, it's just beautiful. It's so magical out there. It's just, there's a whole different energy out there, the vibe, everything. I love Oregon.
Yep.
I do. And the cheese, come on, the Tillamook cheese.
From New York to Oregon. I mean,
so good. Yeah. I know.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
It's been a hot minute.
I know it has. I know.
And Allyson has been to Ashland, so she knows where I want
to go. I have. I've been there several times. When I was married, my in-laws lived in Portland, and we would go from Marin County, California to Ashland, and that was about a halfway point, and we would always stay at the Ashland Hotel, which is very old and haunted. And and we did that at least, I'm going to say 3 different times. And we were there for the Shakespeare Festival once. So it's lovely there. It's very nice.
Yeah.
So you were in Marin County. I was stationed over
for years.
Oxnard. I was stationed at Port Hueneme in California.
Oh, I know. Okay.
By Oxnard, Ventura.
Yeah, that's not Marin County.
Is Marin County up north? Kind of like on the way to.
It's right north of San Francisco, just over the Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been up there. I've been up around Carmel and
Carmel.
Yeah, Carmel.
Yeah, Carmel is. Oh God, I'm rusty. We drove there for vacation a couple times. My ex-husband and I. Very nice, beautiful, wealthy, on the water. Mm-hmm. Obviously, location. I couldn't tell you how far, but it was a drive.
Yeah.
For us, it was an actual vacation. But yeah, Carmel's gorgeous. Yep.
And thank you, Bobby. Tell Joey I appreciate that. We welcome all the love and the protection and good, yummy energy, or like the good juju, like Lexi said in the beginning. So, and Lexi, where are you, girl? You can come back. I got room. So, and Jonathan said Carmel is Monterey Bay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Monterey Bay. Yep.
Yeah, it's called Carmel by the Sea.
Yep.
And turquoise beach is there.
And they have seals, like lots of seals.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Lots of seals.
That was in Astoria. We saw a bunch of seals in Astoria.
And we did a one of those weird it's kind of like and there's a big walking path that goes around the water, at least part way, and you can rent these bikes that aren't really bikes. It's kind of like a 2-person bike, but it's more like a vehicle. So there's a bench seat and you pedal, and anyways, we did that, and my son was really little, and you can rent those, and yeah, anyways, whatever. Yeah.
Did you get to go to the Hearst Mansion there?
To where?
Hearst Mansion?
I don't know what that is.
Hearst? The millionaire Hearst? Or
I don't know.
billionaire, or whoever he was? Oh, okay.
No.
He was a very rich individual, and Randolph Hearst.
Yeah.
Yeah. His
Citizen King, basically.
yeah, you're supposed to go up there.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Be able to take a tour.
That was based on him.
No, we just went and enjoyed. We stayed at a really nice hotel. We were there twice, and we really enjoyed our hotel. And we did water stuff. We had our son with us, so I mean, and he was very small. So, but no, Carmel's beautiful. I mean, everywhere in California is expensive and lovely, but like Carmel it's very, very,
what's nice about Oregon,
affluent.
there's no sales tax. So that helps out too. Okay, Rochelle, I just want to let people know in chat, I might have missed some people in the emails. So if anybody wanted to pop on and say hi, I just want everybody to know that they're welcome. So, but I look like death formed over. Oh my goodness, girl, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
So
she still sounds pretty bad. Yeah.
I am feeling
hanging out with us.
I'm feeling so blessed and grateful, and I probably shouldn't even say this. As you guys know, I'm a school bus driver. Knock on wood, I haven't been sick.
Oh, now you're screwed.
At all.
Yeah, don't jinx yourself.
Not even a run. Nothing.
Good. It's good that you're going to be taking these breaks now on Friday nights for a little bit, because now you're going to be sick.
Oh, jeez.
That's coming from Tom.
Ooh, yeah. So Tom,
I got my
what
own.
you been up to besides work? You and Selena have been like work.
That's pretty much it. That's literally pretty much it. Sleeping, work and sleep.
Are you in school too? Did you say school?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I should, but I'm not. I should go back to school.
For sculpture, because he's an amazing sculptor. So how's the kitties? Is Grimly or
I just made this.
Oh, let me put you on the big
Oh,
screen.
that's so cute.
I love that.
Aww.
Do you sell any of your stuff, Tom?
No. I just took a class for this, so this was
That's so cool.
Oh,
I love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I need to do a pottery class. That's so cool.
It
Me
was
too. I would love to do a pottery class.
Yeah.
horrific and fun at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
I get that.
Really took off after the movie Ghost came out.
Are you a perfectionist, Tom?
Yes, but
yeah, so am I. Yeah.
Bye, Debbie. Thank you for coming, sweetheart.
I did it in school years ago, decades ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was I'm like,
okay.
piece
So
of
that
cake.
rubbed up against your rustiness.
Yeah, I'm like, I got this, and
Your rustiness.
I get it. Yeah, I get that channel. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So.
No, I'm so glad to see Shan on here.
I told him there was
nice.
I told him it wasn't going to be any readings or anything. So, because he likes that to keep for me to have that thing of mine. But when I said it's go Oregon and it's our little farewell, and I said I know people are going to be asking about probably parts of Oregon or history of Oregon, that he would be the guy to to be able to answer that. Because if I'm in here by myself and he hears me, he's like, tell them that. So that's why I'm just like, no, you're going to sit with me here tonight. So
right.
But,
Well, it's lovely to have you, Shan.
Yeah.
And he plays guitar, so he's looking to find some people to play with once he gets out there too. So, yeah.
You play guitar nicely too.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. I remember, Celine, I sent you a couple of the things that you
Yeah.
the Stairway to Heaven that one night.
Yeah, I automatically
Wow.
knew. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Stairway to Heaven. It was so good.
And we tried to get Tom to pick up his guitar and play, but he's like,
Nope, not gonna happen.
No. Bye, Jonathan. It was good to see you. Aloha. Thank you for popping in. And Karen says she's been listening. I hope you're feeling better, Karen. Oh my goodness. Rest I know a lot of upset tummies. I mean, I know today at one point I was just ready to throw up. I mean, with the up and down and trying to bend over with the, what do you call those again? The dollies.
Oh yeah.
With the boxes. Oh my God. It was just like, and we live on the second floor, so we got to go downstairs with this thing. And it was just like, we had to do like a trip, maybe 2, then take a break for about half hour or so, and then did another one, took a brief nap, get up, do another, sit and rest for a bit. And then, I mean,
That's tough.
I'm going to have to take a couple of Advil really well tonight. So let me tell you, So,
You're going to be so tired, you're going to zonk out and forget about the Advil.
so forget about the what?
The Advil.
Oh, the Advil, yeah.
You're going to completely zonk out.
Because tomorrow, your Shan's former boss he's been playing. His former boss is a drummer, and so he's been getting together, the last couple of months before we go to be able to play and jam with the guys, and so he's going to help us because we had nobody else here. Family is their thing. So his former boss, a really nice guy, has made a couple trips, helped carry stuff out that he knows Shan and I physically can't do anymore. And he's supposed to come by tomorrow, pick up some more stuff that we boxed to take to donations for us and stuff in the furniture. So, he was a blessing too. The universe gave us him as well. So, and Miss Moonlight, we leave Sunday morning, probably around, we're aiming between 7 and 8 in the morning because we have to I got one of those top things for they're not a hard shell. I couldn't really afford the hard shell, so I got one of those soft vinyl shells that's waterproof for the top of the car for our clothes and a few other things. And where we're at here, we can't pack that the night before. Somebody will see that and they'll steal it. So we got to make sure that we get up early in the morning, get that on. We'll still have to pack, and then we'll hit the road. So
yeah, be careful when you stop too.
Yeah.
With keeping that on.
As long as you have it, and I agree with Tom, but as long as you have it really buckled down tight and you check it every time you get gas and anytime you stop and use the potty and it should be okay. I'm just saying, make sure you remember, and just check it and it'll be all right.
Well, staying overnight too, that's the one thing that we're kind of concerned about, saying we're going to take. But I was told, like today, Nancy told me, and so did Bobby, ask, not only Archangel Michael to protect the car and everything in it, but Metatron as well, and along with Hermes. So,
it'll be fine though. Once you get out of your area, nobody's going to mess with your car. I mean, maybe I'm being wildly optimistic.
Yeah,
I just don't think so.
Tom's like,
okay, Allyson.
No, I don't think so. I mean, as long as because most hotels, depending on where you're staying, they're lit for one thing. The further, crime can happen anywhere. I just don't see it. And
we don't want to put that energy out there. We'll just
nope. But just park where
smart.
you're in a lit parking lot, and you can always try to park kind of near the office and just walk depending on where it'll be fine.
And if they want clothes, we'll just have to buy new ones when we get there. And a few other,
It'll be
I'm
fine.
supposed to put some artwork in there too. My black portfolios. We're thinking of laying them down flat, and then
You can also lay blanket over anything if you have a dark blanket or a dark fleece, and just kind of and
for the inside. Yeah. I was going to keep the car parked behind the building with the back to the fence wall, so people wouldn't be seeing what what was in there. But Shan was like, "No, I want to keep it up front where we can look out the window." But yet that's where a lot of people like to park on top of one another. So we're just kind of like, well, it is where it is. It's easier to pack it there, and at least we'll be able to look out the window and be able to see if we want to check on it. So, and we'll hear the alarm too. You know, we found out the other day the alarm works really well.
Oh, jeez.
We forgot to hit the thing, open up the hood. Oh my God, you know. So, yay, alarm works. So, but yeah. So Tom,
It's
what's
gonna
new?
go great.
Yeah, thank you.
Nothing. You brought me out of retirement to come into your celebration.
You should have seen who popped on earlier. You're going to have to watch back a little bit.
I will.
Yeah. Surprise the shit.
That was
out of
very
all of
special.
us. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So you'll have to. I would say about 15 minutes into the show, I think it was.
I actually absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It scared me for a second. I was like, oh no, my God, yeah, but yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yep, and Miss Moonlight said I drove from Alaska to Boston and had no.
Wow.
That was 90. But yeah, Miss Moonlight 99. The same thing with me from Massachusetts to here and then out to Arizona. Back then, though, we didn't have all the iPhones. You know, pot wasn't legalized where people could smoke and, you know, drive now at the same time.
Don't worry about all that shit.
Yeah, that's stuff you're getting.
And all the, you know, the
just
the
don't
brothers,
just
so
you need to not have
Yeah,
any
it's a
of that
different
in your energy. None of that. Just, as best you can. Just don't. Yeah. I drove from Michigan to Florida.
Yeah.
So I went all the way from the top all the way down to the bottom.
I drove from Texas to Pennsylvania by myself several times.
In my car, in my Eagle Talon with what I was keeping. I mean, it was a move. It wasn't just a drive. It was a move. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we leave Sunday morning, we're even getting there today. We were listening to music. We were doing a little fun dancing and, you know, and watching, you know, some of our favorite shows off our iPad. And I said, 2 more days, babe, 2 more days. And he's like, yep.
Look, it's going to be an awesome adventure just to go out there. You know, you're going to see so many cool things.
I don't know how the cats are going to feel about that.
That's a whole different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish that wasn't part of it. Actually, that might be the worst of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Lots of catnip, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about sedating them with catnip so they
just
kind of relax and kick back the whole trip.
You could do I have hemp for my dogs that I've only given it to them a handful of times, but it's very relaxing. It goes by weight. There's differences of opinions on that. I've never done it with a cat, obviously, because I haven't had cats since I had it. There's not a whole lot of regulation on it, but I can show you the brand that I have, and we've had no issue with it, none. It just kind of, you know, just kind of cools them down a little bit.
Right.
Lasts like 10 hours or something. So I mean, you could do if you decided you wanted to, you would do a dose. You get on the road. By the time you get to your hotel, because you guys aren't going to drive more than, what'd you say, 6 hours at a time or something like that.
Well, the first trip is going to be we figured out, you know, 7 hours.
I mean, it would be fine. I would think about doing that because cats are cats.
Yeah, well, I have a friend
They're not
who owns
dogs.
a hemp shop over here. I still have to say goodbye to her. I didn't think of that yesterday. I might have to drive over. I'll message her, see if she's got anything. But she's got one of my paintings hanging up in her shop. Still, she's had it for like 3 years. She hasn't been able to sell it yet. But I'll have to let her know. You know.
Are they freaking out at all with you guys packing up everything? Because my cats always got all weird whenever I was packing.
Ziva walks around and is kind of like, "What's going on?" Mozzie, he's been like, we've been finding all
like excited because a lot of them like the change. Like, ooh, what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Pieces of cardboard.
Here's a new place to lay down. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Mozzie.
Thank you, Alana. Yep, Easter Sunday, the patron saint, St. Christopher. Yep, exactly. So it's hard to hide stress from your animals. Yeah, Ziva doesn't really like. She walks around and she's not feeling very well still. And so we're hoping,
Yeah.
she'll make the trip with us. But Mozzie, he does not like the kitty carrier. He has no idea what's coming, but he's running around playing with pieces of cardboard, and Shan's been finding the little laser light, and he's been playing with that, and he's got his favorite catnip toy. So yeah, we're just going to get some of our socks, put the catnip in the socks and tie them up and give it to them. So
have you practiced the carriers with both of them? If you haven't, I would.
They've taken trips to the vets and the carriers.
And how'd that go?
Not too bad. If I talk to them, I can calm them down.
Okay.
Well, Ziva's going to sit on Shan's lap in the soft kitty carrier because of her being so lightweight and not fragile and not feeling so well. So he's going to sit with her.
Right.
And then Mozzie's going to be right behind me, facing Shan in the hard shell one that we have, so that you can just look over.
See you.
It's okay.
Yeah. Just keep talking to them and.
Yeah.
And then when we get to the hotel, hopefully they won't like freak out and start climbing the curtains or anything. But Howie was just so used. We had my kitty cat Howie. He made multiple trips back and forth across country. So at one point he was like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this again. Just jump on the bed with the dogs." And
some cats travel really good.
And
dogs.
I don't know about these two, so we're just going to have to wait and see. And I'm just going to, also ask fast, help the baby stay calm, let them know they're going to be safe. And, when we get there and they get out of their cage, they can eat, they can use the box, and they can, we'll be on the bed. We'll tell them, come on the bed, come sleep with us, and so hopefully after a few times, when we have to stop, they'll get used to that and see that, everything's going to be okay. So, yeah.
They'll tire themselves from crying anyway, eventually.
Yeah, so. It's something that's going to, it was hard driving with the dogs. Oh my God, Piper was just constantly like, "Where are we going? Where are we going?" Wanting to look out the windshield.
That's Darla.
Between us and everything. So Darla.
Yeah, she does not relax at all.
Oh, I started following Darla today on Instagram.
Thank you.
That I'm trying to remember, what was the song that you used for her?
Sailing Away. Yeah.
Sail Away. And now the way she walks, that's because of the Addisons, right? But it didn't even seem to bother her.
So she has Addisons, but she also has a neurological issue. So she's essentially a dog with cerebral palsy.
Oh, poor baby. Yeah. But she's such adorable. She was having fun. She's like, "Oh, come on, let's go." So absolutely adorable.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see. Shelby says, to get cats or Orlando's not to be scared carriers, always have them out.
Yep.
Yeah, we should probably
in the room, out. They could smell them, check them out, see them. I almost said that a minute ago, but yeah.
Yeah, I have to actually braid it back up. I took his carrier down there today just to make sure that I knew how big it was and what I could pack around it, and have room. So we'll have to braid that up again tomorrow. So that deal. And the blanket, we're going to probably put a couple of our dirty shirts in there so it has our smell on it and stuff. So they'll be okay.
It's going to go great. It's going to be perfect and great.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Positive mindset.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Why are you saying it like that?
This is the brand that I have. And again, there's many out there. This one's called Pet Relief Hemp Oil 700, and it's organic. Okay. So, and it's in an amber glass bottle.
You okay?
I gotta just.
Okay, he's got a bad hip, and we're sore today from all the up and down. It's even trying to move right now. It's like, oh my God.
After you exercise, you get that delayed muscle stiffness thing going.
Yep.
But I haven't had time to get that. And instead of getting it, I'm still getting up and working, so I haven't had time to slow down enough to get it. So
until now.
Yeah. Well, no. Instead of getting the whole dose, I'm getting just a little bit of it constantly. So yeah. He's
got a arthritis, and it's like a bone on bone thing on his hip, and he doesn't trust the doctors for a hip transplant. So, or replacement, excuse me. So he deals with a lot of pain now. So between, you know, my inflammation and, you know, his, because it was about a couple of years ago, they were looking at my, I know I talked to Allyson about this back then. They did a blood panel on me, and they said everything looked good except they were concerned about the inflammation and stuff. And they thought at one point that I might have had lupus. They were showing lupus markers. But I know that, you know, once we start, you know, getting out to Oregon and just start eating a lot healthier. I mean, we've been starting that here, but with all the stress and everything, it doesn't help. So probably start going back and start focusing on that again, try to get the inflammation down. So I've been avoiding my tomatoes.
Nightshades.
Huh?
Your nightshades. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I miss my spaghetti, but you know, every now and then I'll have a treat, but otherwise, yeah. So when I get out there, I'm going to have to get a brand new doctor, and they'll have to redo my my blood work, and hopefully at some point I can afford a naturopath. Because I think Allyson, you said you went through a naturopath, right? And they were able to help
did
you?
when I made the poor choice of being a vegan. Yeah. And I got so sick. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw a naturopath. Which I do recommend naturopath if you have to go to the doctor for something, not for everything, but yeah, it depends on the doctor, right? But the naturopath that I saw was really good as far as I'm not a big medical person at all. I believe in the body's, you know, ability to heal and whatever, not everything, but and I'll just leave it at that.
So now, Allyson, you were talking about seed oils before not being good for us. Is a flax seed a bad one also? Or I shouldn't say bad, because YouTube, this is not a, you know, we're not doctors. We're not telling, you know, always check with your doctors. But when we were talking last time, you mentioned seed oils were not good, but something like flaxseed, I know they push that a lot, especially for women in menopause, and what Isadora says for arthritis. Is that one of the safe seed oils, or is that still one that you might want to?
I'll just answer it this way. This is my belief, and everybody can do whatever they want. Anything that's artificially man-made, you need to stay the hell away from it. Right? So canola oil is not real oil,
No.
right? And a lot of the other oils, although we make oils out of them, they're not real oils. They're just not. And they're just not. Plants to me can be used medicinally. Again, this is my opinion and belief. Plants are here to be medicine, not food. So you can use them, you know, medicinally. That's my belief. We're not supposed to eat grains and all of that. We're not cows. We don't have multi-chamber stomachs. We do not have the ability to process it and use it as fuel. It just creates inflammation and problems. So I'll just answer it that way.
All righty. I like to learn. Let's see. Miss Moonlight asked, what tarot deck are you keeping in your purse? So for me, something small and simple. I have my little everyday tarot. My tiles, my Theodora's all tied up in a bag. It's already packed in the car. And I gave decks away too as gifts, and I couldn't believe still how many I had, and that it took 2 containers.
I love that.
Oh my goodness.
I love that.
There were a couple boxes I wanted to keep. Of course, you know, my the Theodore box I wanted to keep, even though I keep my Theodore in one of those gauzy bags. Excuse me. But also like the Magical Botanical. The boxes were beautiful. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get rid of those. I got to keep those. So, let me catch
Most
up
importantly, though, what is you have your soundtrack for your road trip ready?
Well, I have playlists on my phone, but the thing is, the app that we are going to be using for GPS, the Waze app, we found out that you can, you know, play music and she'll still talk over it, but her voice is lower. And when I want to go hit, you know, pause the music, it ended up pausing her voice too. So what I'm going to probably what we're going to do is that once we hit a long stretch of road, we'll be
That's
able
exactly
to,
how you should do it.
we'll listen to the music that way. And then when it comes to areas where, you know, it's going to be like, well, you might have to do a turn here or there.
Kill the music.
But I'm going to just have Shan unplug it from, you know, the charger and then just have her talk, you know, out through the phone so we can actually hear her. And he's going to be able to hold it and enlarge it so that I know that I'm in, you know.
Yeah, you'll get your system down. It'll be good.
Oh, Nancy's been lurking. I know Jackie said she was going to join us, but she must have fallen asleep. She was going to stay up late I'm like, girl, it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning. So she must have fallen asleep, but I love that everybody is here. Karen, said, I was too early. I said, my girls had the Zoomies. Yeah. Yeah. So, but let's see. Wait a minute. No cops. No. Will you give them a tarot reading?
Right.
They'll be like, no, that's not God's way. Here, I will give you a double ticket. No, just kidding. But
won't be surprised.
But no, it'll be good. It'll be good. You're really going to use it going through Chicago. We're not actually going to be going through Chicago on our trip. We're going to be cutting through Pennsylvania, Ohio, and hopefully we can maybe time a stop. Allyson and I might be able to have lunch together. We might be able to have lunch with Allyson. We'll have to see. So it's how, you know, the things line up or where I feel comfortable to be able to know ahead of time where I'm like, okay, I definitely know I can do it, you know, so we'll be in touch for that. But
nice.
Yeah, just what I wanted to do was, you know, leave actually tomorrow, have a hotel, me pay for a hotel and stop somewhere, you know, in that area of Ohio instead of doing that 8 or 9 hour drive. But I'm like, nah, save money because I'm going to need it for tolls. So yeah, we'll just, you know, shoot straight through. And yeah, our first place will be Hammond, Indiana. So I'm looking forward to that. And they give us these little printouts and tell you all about the area, the little sites and stuff, and you know, whatnot. So that's nice. And trick 2, if anyone's been interested in AAA membership, I got mine 3 weeks ago. We got it, and at that time they were 50% off. So I got me the middle ones that paying over $100. I only had to pay like $52 for it, and so they were able to help us plan, you know, the trips and everything, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're at 9:22. Anybody had anything else you want to talk? Usually on Friday nights, I'm like, so Allyson, how was your week? So it's been a while, girl. What's been going on?
Nothing. Today was Good Friday, so we didn't have any school, which was lovely. So I had the day off, and I did. I actually replanted 5 plants today. Five.
Nice.
Nobody. Oh, by the way, none of you have come over. I told y'all if you want any plants, just pull up. And I did some other things, but that was the most productive thing, which felt good because I had all these little plants in the windows in glass jars as like a baby breaks off, and I got rid of a bunch of those and made them into like actual plants. So that's nice, but I still want them to GTFO. So anyways, any more spirits in the balcony? No.
That's what I was going to ask.
Unfortunately, no, there hasn't been anything. He hasn't sensed any activity over there, actually. Nothing. He's got lots of birds though. It's so cute. He started feeding the birds, and he's got major regular activity starlings, which are super aggressive and hilarious to watch. And they kind of scare away a lot of the other birds. And then he's got some finches and, you know, sparrows and that kind of thing. But because we're starting to get our birds back, and he's got lots and lots and lots and lots of ducks, so many ducks. And we've been taking care of a duck that's got a broken foot right now. Yeah, and it's all flopping and hanging, and it's just so Yeah, and he won't let you get him, of course. It's a male mallard. And I did my little bit of research, I'll just be brief here, and I did a whole nerdy dive the way that I do. And a lot of so last year we fed the birds or the ducks over there, and there were several that didn't eat, that either were missing a foot or were gimpy or whatever, but they get around really well, and they're a lot like people, right, where they sit around and mope and whatever. They just get on with it, right? They just live. And foot injuries are quite common with ducks, and if they get their foot kind of gnarled or banged up or whatever, depending on the injury, and as long as they don't get an infection and whatever, they end up sounds kind of sad, but they end up losing the foot. But they do much better once the foot falls off, right? They can still swim with one foot. They can still, the thing that kind of sucks, because they hang out, as a flock, is that the other ones are kind of a dick to them, right? They just are, and they're so aggressive and so nasty. And then there's also like some bullying that happens. Like, he has one male mallard that's bigger than the other ones, and he's kind of a jerk.
Peking duck for dinner.
This whole dynamic. Well, he's upstairs, and we have cracked corn that we throw down to them, and you can kind of pick where you're throwing it. You can kind of try to make sure that the big guy in the middle doesn't get any, or very little, because I mean they're ducks. They're eating what's growing in the pond for the most part. The cracked corn is just kind of like a good score. Like, they get excited about it, and they can eat it. It's totally fine for them to eat cracked corn. And but anyways, so that's been going on, and we're just trying to make sure that nothing gets it. But he seems to find cover and all that in the evening, and I finally just let go of it, because there's been times where I've intervened in nature and then later regretted it. And it's like, sometimes you just need to stay the hell out of it and just let whatever's going to happen. Like, I helped some bunnies one time, and then I realized in hindsight I should have just left him alone. That kind of thing. So, and I've helped lots of I don't know what it is. Have any of you guys ever helped any baby animals? Like, you found baby animals?
Only Mozzie.
I've done
Baby
squirrels, opossums, bunnies. The possums were in the middle of the road. The mother was dead. I mean, that I had to. Wyatt and I literally picked up, I think it's 15 babies that they have at a time. Like, the most that they can have is some number. I don't remember what it is, but I want to say it's 15 for some reason.
Wow.
There's a picture. I have the little video of my son sitting in the front seat with a fleece blanket in his lap, and he literally has 15 opossums that are like this big, and they're so cute. I mean, as babies, they're adorable, right? Yeah. They were just past the ugly phase where they have fur and their eyes are open. And anyway, I digress. So
I love that.
So
do they get injured from the turtles? I don't know. Good question. I don't think so. It's more like getting their feet caught on stuff, or they twist it, or they, I mean, they can like goof their ankle up. They can have tendon type stuff. I read a whole bunch of stuff, and then there's the whole thing about ducks that are kept, like people that have ducks. That's a whole separate thing. So this is more about wild ducks, but anyways, which are very tame, right? Wild ducks are very friendly, which is why people always say how nasty geese are. No, geese are just wild. They're not nasty. I think in our minds we kind of think, oh, ducks are nice and geese are assholes. No, they're just wild birds.
Yeah.
That let us get kind of near them, and then they hiss at us and lift their wings and charge at us. And really, they're just like, leave me alone. Like, you wouldn't say a fox is a jerk, right? I really, you know what I mean, though? A lot of people say that about geese, when it's like, right, because I think we kind of compare them to ducks, because ducks are so passive and vulnerable, really. They really like let themselves
go running.
Yeah, but I mean, like ducks, I mean, they'll, like, we feed the ducks, and if you're down there, there's a few of them that get comfortable enough, they'll come right over to you and take corn from you. And it's like, they really shouldn't do that. I mean, I love it because they're so adorable, but it's like, yeah, you do that, you might end up, so yeah.
I love that.
I know, they're so cute. He has they're called American black ducks, and then also mallards. And American black ducks really just look a lot like female mallards. Like they look almost, and they inbreed, which is interesting too. But they really just look like very much like female mallards.
I used to live up in Central Oregon, and Bend has a park in the middle of it. It's called Mirror Pond, and the park is called Drake Park because of the mallards that hang out there. And there's duck crossings all around it. You have to stop.
Yeah,
the
the signs, those are so cute. I love those signs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the ducks all came back. I don't know. It's definitely been, again, we're having a late spring here in Michigan, but they've been back for 2-3 weeks now, and now there's suddenly a whole bunch of them. So there were like a dozen, and now there's like,
I'm going
easily
to miss
50, 60.
Our cranes and our herons that we've been watching over the past couple summers in our area.
Yeah, they're not back yet. Oh, I was really quickly, animal report. I was driving my bus the other day, driving my middle schoolers, and Heather, you'll like this, 3 swans, white swans, yes, flew over me. My God. And I realized in that moment, I don't think if I've ever, and there were 3 of them, ever seen a swan in like actual flight. Like up in the, I didn't even, and then I was thinking about it, I'm like, was that, and I'm looking, I'm like, those are swans. I mean, I could see them well enough, because for a second I figured they were cranes, right? Because they were so big, and I'm like looking, because they're bulkier and they're shorter, right? Their bodies, and I could see the very orange. I was like, those are swans. So
that's so cool.
That was cool. Yep, it was
and
neat.
3 of them. That's a good number.
I mean, I don't know where they were going, but yeah, there were 3, and they were in a V pattern, right? There was, well, I assume,
so cool.
So 1 in the front and then 2 on the side, and but they were. I like swans.
Well, we have someone joining us. Welcome. Look who's here. Hey, Gerald.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I am well. Hello.
Been a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute, but what's happening on Monday?
Sunday.
Oh, what's happening on Sunday? In 2 freaking days.
We're leaving for Oregon.
Excellent.
Finally.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to that, Tom. Woo, kids.
Someone jealous.
She needs to leave. They need to get out of where they are. They'll be so much happier.
Yes.
And the one part that what I love about Ashland is they have a place called Lithia Park, and I've seen in the videos they have swans at Lithia Park, and because of them, being, the people down there are nicer, they're kinder to animals, so they have deer that just walk through downtown and through the parks and stuff, and nobody hurts them. They just walk among the people, and you can see that. I mean, it's beautiful. So, yeah, I'm excited. And Gerald, I mentioned earlier, I was wondering if I was going to conjure you. I was telling people about Crater Lake. I can't wait to see Crater Lake in Wizard Island.
Oh, yeah.
And I mentioned that you had done that textile.
Beautiful textile.
Yeah.
I love that piece.
Well, thank you.
Bye, Rochelle. Thank you for popping in. I hope you feel better, my dear. And thank you for the blessings. Have a good night, sweetheart. So, but yeah. And Black Swan. Yes.
I think we all have to admire the fact that Gerald has branded holiday attire.
Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
Oh, it's a rabbit with a mustache.
Oh, I love it.
It's a bunny stash.
That's so cute.
It's a fun bun stash.
And glasses, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the glasses.
Yes. Yep.
If he's going to do it, he's going to do it right.
Yes.
I guess that rabbit hadn't eaten enough carrots, because
amongst other things.
Carrots are supposed to be good for the eyes.
Yeah, which is not true, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but can't you turn orange if you eat too many carrots?
Yep.
It can make your skin orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that beta carotene. Yes. Yep. It can also,
Gerald,
a lot of sugar.
Met Selena?
Hi, Selena. I have not met you.
Hi.
Selena,
hi, how are you?
Gerald. Tara says she's been like one of the main original channels when we all started out. If you were new to the community, you always get invited to Gerald's channel to meet everybody and get introduced to the community. So, yeah.
How fun.
Oh my gosh.
So Selena's new to our community. So, yeah.
Now only 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You know, and Heather, I actually had look what I found. I was.
Oh my goodness! I still have mine. I think.
This is the tarot deck we did a deck casual with.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yep, the Tina Gone deck. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you know, Heather made me do it. I actually had to go and I had to get it from
I made
Barnes
you do
and
it.
Noble.
Well, all
she did.
the decks that I had to get because you made me do it. So payback is
Really.
good.
there is there's nothing like that.
So.
Nothing like that. So, but yeah. So, do you have your route planned?
Yep, we have AAA, and
Okay.
they planned the route for us. We already got our hotels all booked, and Indiana the first night, Nebraska the second, Wyoming the third, Salt Lake City, well, outside of Salt Lake City on the fourth, cut up through Nevada, and then right into the Medford area. So,
nice.
Yepers.
Very exciting. So
did they give you one of those flip books, the old triptychs?
They gave us the triptychs, but you know what? Last Friday, after Allyson and I had our show, we compared the Waze app, and she got on MapQuest, and they were having me with the triptychs going this way and that way, and it ended up extending my trip for like an extra hour than it needed to.
Like an hour 15.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go by the Waze app and use that and just refer to the triptychs for the map and stuff inside it in case I need to. But yeah, everything's all set to go, all booked, planned, and on our way.
So when do you arrive at the new location? And I'm sorry if you've already told everybody this. I'm so late in joining.
No, it's going to be Thursday when we get into Medford, and we have a couple days scheduled there. And hopefully the office, the agency that said that they'll be able to help us get settled in will be open. We'll be able to, make the office, at least get in there, make an appointment for an intake. And they're called Access. And what they do is they help. It's like Western New York Independent Living. They help people around here. They help people with disabilities, veterans, low income, and they help them find affordable housing. They help them, process for SNAP benefits, whatever Oregon has to offer with SNAP benefits, and they can help you with utilities, with rent and furniture. So we've already been in touch with a lady that's there. She can't help us or anything until we physically get there in the state, but I have her phone number, and I have the office number, and as soon as we get in there, I'm going to call her and make an appointment. So yeah, it may take us maybe 3 or 4 days depending. Have to live in a hotel for a bit, but we want to make sure we find the right place and not just kind of end up again where we are here.
Yeah.
So
it's exciting.
Don't want to repeat.
Nope.
So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Yay.
And as I drive to Ohio, I'll say hello. Hi, Gerald. So yeah, Ivana too. So yeah.
Cool.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
A little nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I did. I used the Waze app for a trip on the interstate and then to the 400 to see my college professor this past week, and I only missed or misunderstood one turn off or one lane change, and they easily redirected me, and I stayed calm and relaxed and followed their the redirect and got back on and came home. So I'm getting used to it. So
good. I do think it's important to remember this is supposed to be fun. So have have a sense of humor about it.
Yep.
Do not take yourself so seriously that you cannot laugh about yourself.
Yeah. Well, our cats are going to be not too happy with us, but
I don't care. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Just laugh about the silly shit that excuse me.
And breathe.
Laugh about these silly things that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, and do you have a good playlist to listen to?
Yeah, yep. We got several. Yep.
Good.
Especially
Good.
when we're on stretches of road, then I can put the main ones on, or we can pull a CD out if we want.
We
And you'll have a co-pilot. Yeah, I mean, you'll have a co-pilot to help with that. That too, Shan's guitar.
I'm so weird. I don't listen to music in the car.
Oh, I have to.
It's just quiet.
You're a weirdo, Allison.
I know. That's fine. Always the odd one out. That's all right.
It's one of the reasons we love Allison.
It,
well, and
I just don't. Yeah, I mean, not never, but it's like I usually I ride in silence. I do.
Do you think that's because you're used to it with your job?
I've always, well, not always. I've done that for a long time. I know when I was like younger, like in my 20s or whatever, I would listen to music. I don't know. But no, that's true. At work, I can't. But I don't know. I like the quiet of just, I don't know what it is. And if I'm doing a road trip, usually there's somebody else in the car and you're talking or this or that or whatever.
You gotta have somebody.
And it's
in
too
the car.
distracting. Plus, I have ADD, and it's like if I was and with the driving, I need to focus. If I'm like on a road trip and where I'm going, that you talk about getting goofed up, even with you. That's how I would get screwed around. I need to pay attention to where I'm going, what's going on.
Yeah.
I will stay focused if I'm not all singing or la da da. My brain's all, that's how you get screwed up.
Yeah.
When I was a kid back in '77, we were our school is 30 miles away from us, and the bus driver had a stereo system on the bus, and so she'd crank it up and we'd listen to Led Zeppelin and Heart on the way to the school. So we were no problem. We just sit there and rock out to the music.
I remember riding the bus when I was a kid, and I remember the bus was manual, and the really long stick shift. It was hilarious, and I guess I was wrong. I could have sworn, this sounds hilarious, I'm even gonna say this out loud, but I could have sworn she was smoking. My sister's like, she wasn't smoking. I mentioned this a while ago. I said, wasn't she smoking?
Smoking what?
And she's like, no. She goes, I think she smelled like cigarettes. Because like back then, if you had a route, that was just your route.
Yeah.
So year after year, you might have the same bus driver. Like where I drive, the company that I works for, you bid on your route every year. So it's like you have a different route every school year. But anyways, yeah, it was a different world back then.
Yeah, it was.
It was very, very, very different. And the bus was cold, and I have air conditioning on my bus. The heat works really well. The seats are comfortable.
We had air conditioning
It's
too.
not drafty.
Broken windows.
Yeah.
AC. Yeah.
Well, and I am, it's like Jeffrey and I travel very well together. I know for me when I'm driving or if I'm driving, I need to know the 3 things that are going to happen next. So I need to go, okay, you're going to go to West 3rd Street and then you're going to do this and you're going to do this, because that way I can know which lane I'm going to get in and all that stuff.
That's why he's going to be my co-pilot.
Yes. And co-pilots are also responsible for the snack delivery, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, snack handler.
Yeah.
The snack handler.
Yeah. He's got his jerky, and I don't know. I got to find something, maybe some cheese or something to take along. But yeah. Dips, popcorn.
Yeah.
I like the cheddar popcorn. It's supposed to be quote unquote healthier, but it hits the spot when you need to. So.
Yeah. So have people been pulling cards for you about your celebration?
Yes, they have. Why, do you have one, Gerald?
Well, I can if you want.
Oh boy, I didn't plan.
Oh, Tom, you dropped the ball. No, it's all right, Tom.
Tom, do you have any tarot decks around you? Tom, I bet
only a couple.
Yeah, Tom, I bet I have more decks around me than you do.
Oh,
have around.
No,
you definitely do.
Come on, you don't want to go there.
No.
How many decks do you have? Yeah.
Is that? that bookshelf behind you, is that all tarot decks?
No, that's
Is
a
that
that's
just
a
a library?
that's
No,
a
that's a-
backdrop, honey.
it's
Oh,
a
okay.
It's a tapestry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's a lot of them.
That one's real.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's completely. It's completely real. It's a real tapestry.
Mhm.
Right.
All right, so here you go. We got the Ace of
Ooh.
Pentacles.
And that's
Wow.
what Jackie got for us this morning was the Ace of Pentacles.
That does
Yeah.
not suck. That's a good card.
That
Yep.
does not suck.
That does not suck.
Does not suck
Allison's
at
reading,
all.
This does not suck.
And
Mhm.
guess what? We got the devil because what's happening is you're leaving the shit behind so that you can you have a fresh start. And by the way, everybody gets scared of the devil. Don't be worried about the devil. It's just go through it. Just go
No,
through it.
that's our property manager right there. She's, you know.
There you go. Leave the behind. And then look, I got the world. How's
Ooh.
that?
There we go.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, come on. The Ace of Pentacles and the world, and I have to be careful of all the things that I want to say right now, but there's all sorts of opportunities. This is good.
Yes. I'm excited. I can't wait to start doing these shows.
Oh my
up
God.
again.
And under the world is the Seven of Cups. It's like all of the possibilities, all of the possibilities. And underneath the devil is the Six of Cups. So whilst you're leaving, remember
Nostalgia.
all of the positive times. And then that way, every positive memory you have, the devil loses control.
Yep. The devil can also be what, that monkey mind right now that I got with concerns about driving and people on the roads and stuff. So got to leave that kind of devil behind too,
You know what? Yeah, I mean, don't let the devil
Good
take the
process.
wheel. You're in control. It's fun. Have a good time. I mean, listen to some devil music. I don't know what you would call devil music. I don't know. Listen to some
She's
Nine
the
Inch
devil
Nails.
woman with evil on her mind. Yep. Beware the devil woman. Sorry,
But
you know me
see?
with the music.
But see, that's important. You need to play with it.
Yeah.
You need to be having this
I
fun.
got
But
80s
again,
playlists, 90s playlists.
It's good.
Classic rock, heavy metal.
I was gonna say we got several hundred CDs in the back of the car. We can just grab them out and use those.
And I got my own too.
And you have your own
Uh-huh.
collection. She's got a 20 disc collection.
Oh,
right
more
in the
than
door.
that.
Oh, is it?
Oh, in the door,
Nice.
yeah.
On the door.
But I gave a lot away too because I have my iTunes now. Most of the stuff I can listen to, I didn't mind leaving behind because it's in my phone and I can, play it on my phone too. So
love that.
holding
Love
on to
that.
the good stuff, to the favorites. And I'm taking my vinyls still too that I've had since I was a kid. I'm not going to lose out on my
course.
vinyls. Yeah. Not too
Would
many
there
of
be a
them.
vinyl Madonna in that collection?
Possibly 3.
Possibly 3. Okay.
And Go-Go's.
Yeah, Google's, yeah.
3. And then
Did
I
you
got
have
my-
any Eurythmics?
No, but I still have my original Belladonna by Stevie Nicks.
Okay. Did you have any A Flock of Seagulls?
On my playlist, I do.
Okay.
Yep, it's all in my 80s. Yep, every time I
Okay.
hear Flock of Seagulls, I'm like, oh, there's Gerald.
There you go.
Yep.
And so,
No,
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say I hear certain songs or music, and I know exactly. I think of some of you guys. So yeah.
well, good.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'll take that. So, Tom, are you going to read for her since I, have thrown you into this?
You forced my hand. You forced my hand.
I have.
Threw him under the bus,
And
but not under Allison's bus because that would be cruel.
Yeah.
Well, remember the bare naked lady song, but not a real green dress because that would be cruel. Remember, if I was a millionaire, if I had.
Did I force your
$1
tiny hand?
You did. You did.
Oh my!
And I'm pulling from the pip speak because
The what?
everything around me was spooky and scary, so I didn't want to pull from those. So I went with a
I was
nice.
gonna say most of your decks were spooky and scary. I'm like, ooh, what am I going to get?
Well, we didn't get to what I pulled yet, but it's good. It's good.
It's always I always get good readings from Tom. He's an excellent reader.
I mean, first and foremost, pull the death card, but I think this is good.
Yeah,
this is a very good sign for this.
I do.
You're leaving all this bad shit behind. I figured Gerald already said shit, so I could say it.
Yeah.
You know, you're starting anew. You're creating new fertile ground for you. Well, I froze there for a second. Are you guys seeing me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Clear.
I froze up on this end.
But those are like a very cheerful, happy cards. Very unlike you.
It's very unlike me, but
I'm impressed.
See, here's the thing.
He's thinking outside of the box.
We all know Tom underneath this grim exterior. He's really a Care Bear.
He called you grim.
He what?
He what?
He called you grim.
I did. I thought you said he said rim, and I'm like, no,
no, it's not that kind of show.
No, not that kind of show.
But you know, underneath this exterior, he's actually he's a Care Bear. I would probably even say that you're probably the pink Care Bear with the rainbow on the belly. Because you're actually
that was my favorite Care Bear. I had a Care Bear.
I had that Care Bear too.
So then I'm definitely them then.
So yeah, because I'm always right.
Even when you're not, we'll tell you are.
Yeah, lie to my face. So, all right. So you got the death card.
Yep.
Nope.
Then I got the page of coins here. So,
ooh.
I think this is good. This is you're creating. You're creating. Sorry, I keep freezing. I don't know if it's me.
No, you're not freezing on this end.
Okay, I'll just go with it then.
Is that Hansel?
Because Hansel's so hot right now.
He looks like Hansel, like from Hansel and Gretel. He looks like.
Sorry,
go ahead. Squirrel.
I mean, he's got really really nice like.
Gerald got it. Thank you. Sorry, Tom.
Forget it. I'm done.
No, you said Hansel. I said, yeah, because Hansel's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
Do you know what we're referencing?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just saw that character and he looked like Hansel and it flew out of my mouth because
Tom,
I have ADD.
He had to give his blue steel look for the.
Yeah, give his blue steel. There you go.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I'm sorry.
And how all of a sudden, the wind would show up and we would all go, Zoolander, such a funny movie.
Oh, I guess I did see that. I only saw it once though.
Just don't do what they did at the gas station when you stop for gas.
Yeah,
well, it's a freak gasoline fight accident.
Yeah.
But you'll never look at Wake Me Up Before You Go.
No.
Same way again.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Tom, you continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Now. Thank you.
So, page of coins, obviously. I mean, this is just speaking obviously to like the new, your new life, your new adventure that you're going to have. You're getting rid of these bad things. You're resetting. You hit the reset button, and now you have this is a new cycle, a new life that's going to be growing from this. And I think the next card I got was the Queen of Cups. Now, to me, with this, I think this is great because I feel like you're going to be looking back with emotion, looking back at your life here that you're currently dealing with, and it's going to be, you're going to be able to look at it and enjoy it for what it was, even though you've had some bad times here. But I think, ultimately, you're going to be able to take the good stuff from it, and it's going to be, your cup is going to be filled with that emotion, and that that's going to help drive you forward to continue what you're doing. So, all right, enough, Miss Moonlight.
So it's called, and you know what's funny is the Pipsqueak. That was what we used to call our dog Piper. That was her nickname, was Pipsqueak. Her name was Piper. We called her a Pipsqueak.
That's cute.
I'm full of surprises, Miss Moonlight.
Yes, you just never know.
I agree. Although I didn't know that deck by name, I'm like, look at the cute little cards that Tom's holding up. That's hilarious.
Yes, that's why I was like, wait, what?
Was that a gift?
No, I bought.
You picked it out.
I did. I did.
So
Actually, I think I originally bought this one for my wife, but
there.
I
See,
stole
there's
it.
the rub. Okay. All right.
because she
Nonetheless, you pulled them out and used them. They're very cute.
I've given some brutal readings with that deck, though. So,
hey, the cards are going to read what they're going to read. And the whole trick is being honest. Oh my gosh, the
sugar coating.
Don't get me started. Yeah. Oh, I can't stand it.
Yep.
I don't know how many people are going out there looking for the Pipsqueak, tarot. So I had to put that up.
That name is so cute. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she was
all her decks are great. They're really good. I would highly recommend them.
I have a Pip deck that kind of reminds me of that. It's called the Squid Cake Tarot.
It's similar, yeah.
It sounds like something from Square
It's so cute, and it's not really my jam, but I bought it. I'm the one that bought it, so
yeah. Let's see. What's this, Miss Moonlight? Is
Winnie
your
the
show
Pooh.
like my Winnie the Pooh? Hey, you can do
all work is shadow work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And and I'm like, when people, I like the Deviant Moon. The Deviant Moon gives me very happy. It's funny.
Got it.
It's
I'm holding
funny
right now. Yeah,
I'm just like going, okay. So,
did you hear that this is going mass market?
The Triumphi?
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's good.
Yeah, so it'll be available for people now. This is good.
So how did you get it if it wasn't available? Oh, was it?
It was an indie deck before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just got Murderer Crows Tarot. That's very dark.
Yeah, you and Tom are supposed to be doing a show. Remember Tom?
Oh, that's right. Yes, Tom, you said you have it. You said it in chat, so I didn't think. Yes, yeah. That's a very dark deck. I love it. I picked it out. I wanted it. My partner got it for me, but he heard me saying I wanted it. I ended up getting it, but yeah, it's
Miss
pretty
Moonlight
dark.
says, "Thanks, Tom. You're young at heart."
That was the nicest compliment anybody's ever given me.
Wow.
Carl Young, yeah.
Hey, Tom, we're supposed to do a deck casual on it's right over here.
There. Yeah.
The whatchamacallit, yeah.
Terra Volatile.
Terra Volatile. And
Collectors.
we were going to schedule that in February.
I've been a little busy, Gerald.
I've been a little busy too. So, I'd like to do it in 2025.
We definitely will.
But,
I will email you, I promise.
Shit, it's already mid-April, if anybody can believe
crap,
that.
I know.
It's insane. It's insane.
Seriously, though, and I'm not saying this like we're getting old, even though we're all getting old, but it's like, it's just so weird that it's already mid-April.
Yeah.
I just put my Christmas decorations away, it seems like.
Yeah.
And I put mine away before January. I'm just saying, it's like, it's just weird. It's going really fast.
See, we should do a show with Miss Moonlight so we have a true murder of crows.
Maybe I'll actually look at it. I never read or look at the guidebooks. I usually don't even crack them open.
Murder of Crows? Do I have that one?
Yeah, it's the little Scarabeo. You probably do.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
You probably have the limited version that I want so bad that can't get anymore.
Gerald, do I have that? You've got too many decks if you're even asking yourself if you have a deck. Sorry, I don't mean to be your mom. I'm not your damn mom. I'll shut up. But that's a lot of decks if you're not sure.
I think I do
Or early
have that one.
Alzheimer's, one or the
You
other.
definitely have Murder of Crows.
I have Murder of Crows, and I have the
Well,
one
there you
that
go.
is it's the indie version where it's got the red tints to it.
Yeah.
I
It's
hate
got
you.
it's got doesn't it have black gilding?
No,
Yeah, it's got black gilding.
no.
Let me go grab mine. I'll be right back.
I think it's got no gilding.
I'm
I'm so jealous, Gerald.
You know what?
It's probably right next to the Dracula, the what's his name? Oh crap.
Dracula.
It's the Dracula one, the Vampire Tarot by Robert M. Place.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Right.
So you got to put these things, in a safe place.
I got my Robert M. Places right here.
Did you see? Let's make a trade, Gerald. What are you trading me for?
It better be something good.
Yes.
Show me something.
I'm getting old and senile.
You're getting old and senile?
I must be, yeah. So I got 3 decks within a couple months time, which is not at all like me. They were all gifts. And they kind of blended together, and that's why. So I got this weird Heaven and Hell Oracle deck, which has the red gilding.
Oh, is that the
Travis McHenry's?
Yeah.
It's a waste of paper, is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, it's not you. That's definitely not you.
Travis
McHenry.
Yeah, I'll come back to that. And then I got And then this is what I was thinking of the black. I got this black and white Rider Waite deck for my birthday, and it's got black gilding. It's gorgeous. This deck is so beautiful. I absolutely love this deck. And then the Murder of Crows, yes, you are correct. There's nothing on it. It's just cardstock.
Yeah.
No, but this is what my box looks like, Gerald. It's like I don't know if yours is the same.
Yeah,
no, his is not like that.
No, mine's not like that, as Tom likes to mention. But I did a deck casual with somebody on that, and you can actually, they were like I really wanted the red, the red accents, and it's like, get a marker.
Yeah.
Right.
Peekaboo Rose. Peekaboo Rose did a version of it with she did the red on it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Gerald, you don't have this, right? Or do you?
The Travis McHenry?
Oh no.
Yeah, the Heaven and Hell thing.
I don't have the Heaven. I have the Oracle.
This is the one that's
what I'm talking about,
right?
honey. It's an Oracle.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, this is the one that's split.
Mine is not the most recent one. This is an old one.
So, and then do you have it, Tom?
I don't have that one.
I was just gonna say, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. So this is one of those times where I did look at the guidebook because I got it and I'm like, and I looked at the guidebook, it tells you nothing. There's no anything. Not that, you can read intuitively, and I'm not an Oracle deck person, but yeah, I have a few. And I can't do anything with this deck. It's just so, it's got reversals, right? It's got angels and demons. But when you look in the guidebook, it just says all this weird. It's just, I'm never going to use this deck.
Does that one correspond with the tarot deck that he has?
It's beautiful. It's very pretty.
Because I have a tarot deck, and that's kind of what it reminds me of.
I have no idea, honey. All I know is this is an Oracle deck, and it just doesn't. Okay.
I ordered, I ordered his new Kickstarter.
Yeah, I'm on the new which one? The Baphomet?
The Baphomet?
Yeah, I'm psyched. I can't wait for that to come in.
It just says really weird stuff.
3 decks and then that leather binder, because my husband's a Freemason, so I'm going to gift him one of the decks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I kickstarted that too.
Nice.
I have.
Now, isn't Baphomet the image that the Christians based the devil on? Is he like a demon or something?
Correct. And then like the Satanic Temple, they have his statue, but they don't, it's not the same. It's not, it's completely
Cover
different.
your ears,
Like,
Heather. Just cover your ears.
yeah, it's completely different. But with my husband as a Freemason, like we have statues of Baphomet here.
Well, and so Allyson, you were saying, you know, how do you use it? Oftentimes, if I'm doing some sort of a working, I need to get some insight, and I need to use it to be able to go, what should I notice? And then I actually read the guidebook for it. And sometimes it's very clear. Most of the time it's very clear for me. But then you know, the great thing about it is that, you know, one side is the angel and one side is the demon. So it's just like it just, you know, I'm a geek for all of the history and all of the weird stuff like that.
If it was the version that you have, and I see now what you have, which was like the Kickstarter or whatever. Right.
This was, I bought it, and I think he did get it started with the Kickstarter, but this is like 3 years old, because he just recently did another Kickstarter for, I think that's the one that you have.
No, that's for the Baphomet.
Yeah, that's the Baphomet.
Okay. He's been doing a lot of Kickstarters, because actually I have the other one that he just did.
Well, it was my understanding that this
He
is
just
what
did this one
replaced
with
what
Demon
Gerald's holding.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you're right, Allyson.
And I just, like, when you read it, I'm not going to waste our time talking about this, but I'll just say this much. I'll just pick a card, right? So I opened it up to 17, and this is, I don't even know how you say this, Luaya, I guess. So that's the angel, and then the reverse would be Botus, which is the demon. This is an example of what the angel one. This is what it says. People born on the Luaya love music, poetry, literature, and philosophy. He protects you from spiritual torment and sadness. And how actually this one's pretty good. Okay, the negative. This is what it says. The 17th spirit, Botus, is a great president earl. He appears at the first, showing in the form of an ugly viper. Then at the command of the magician, he puts on a human shape with fearsome teeth and 2 horns and blah, blah, blah. Like that's what it says. And it's like, what do you do with that? It's like, it's just gibberish nonsense.
It's very good for high ceremonial magic.
But it's supposed to be it's advertised as an oracle deck. It's not an oracle deck. It's some weird whatever. And that's all good and fine, but it's like, I wish I had known, and I did watch a flip through. I just want to make sure I could shuffle it, this, that, whatever. I liked the concept, and I got it, and I'm like, I'm not going to say
next time ask me, and I'll let you know
but
if
it's
a
just,
deck.
this, I will never pick this up and use it for anything.
It seems like it just describes the illustrations and doesn't give you
anything to work with.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
a craft project waiting to happen. I can do something with it, or give it away, or
craft project waiting
something, because I will never use that. No, I was very disappointed. That's probably the most disappointing deck I've ever had.
Really?
Easily.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Hands down.
Well, I don't know if you heard this, Allyson, but Tom said that ask him, he will tell you if it's a U deck or not.
Yeah, next time if it's a demon related deck or something like that, which that is, I can tell you it's not going to be for you.
I just loved the fact that it had reversals. I love the whole concept of, I love angels. But I liked that it had I thought it was a very cool idea. I'm not going to run from it because it's got demons on it.
He has the version of so that's basically a version that's of 2 decks of his that are combined.
Yeah.
Right. I saw that there's a heaven
one.
something or other deck, and angel, and then there's like I saw that.
Which you might enjoy that one.
I mean, I have that angel tarot deck, and it's
I'm not buying
it's a nice
more
one.
decks.
Yeah.
As much as I can help it, honestly. But
That's what you said last time.
No, that's
no, I'm not a big
Nancy,
deck
yeah.
buyer at all. I have 30 decks max. I don't have a bunch. I don't even that's too many in my opinion, but that's just me. I got 3 in the last few months. I got 1 for Christmas and I got 2 for my birthday. And that's great. It's fine. But I have some, like I said, of the ones that I have that I even want to get rid of, including this one. It's like if I don't use them, I don't need to have them.
Oh.
They don't need to be here.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
I don't like clutter. I don't like it. And I get it. A lot of people don't feel that way. That's fine. I'm talking about me. I just don't. It's just energy hanging around. It just needs to go. But I did think what I could maybe do with this is I could and I did do this with just a play or a deck of playing cards. I could rework these and make them into something else.
Well, it seems to me if you had the prior knowledge of what the meanings are, then it'd be fine. But it doesn't tell you what the meanings are.
I could find out. I just shouldn't have to work again. I'm a tarot person.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have to. This is just it's just not my jam.
It doesn't work for your system, in my opinion.
It was a mistake, and it was a gift. I didn't buy it, but I thought I wanted it, and it was on my wish list, and I got it, and I'm like, oh damn, I guess I goofed up. I do research everything that's on my my wish list, but anyway.
All right. I have to go because I have to.
Sort of, we do too. It's been a long day.
I need to make dinner, so I haven't eaten dinner yet.
What are we having?
We're having mashed potatoes and pot roast.
Ooh.
I'll be right over.
Yeah. Gerald.
No. And thanks, Miss Moonlight. No, I don't want the romantic tarot. So
yeah, I figured you were seeing
working
that.
Working it hard.
Yep.
Yeah. She's been talking about getting that Murder of Crows version for forever.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, you two, safe travels. Have a good time. Remember to laugh.
Right.
Don't yell anything at each other.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
That's true, because it'll be a shitty trip if you don't.
I know.
Yeah.
And the other thing to remember is if you're pissed off, pull over. Don't drive when you're pissed off.
Well, no, they need to just not get there because they're on a time crunch to get where they're going. So they need to just get the F along and just get along.
Just
breathe.
Be quiet for 5 miles and breathe. And then you need to have like a special CD. That's the okay. If this song comes on, this is what it means.
And don't get hopped up on sugar. Just so you stay steady.
Yep.
True. Yep. Water.
Allyson just wants you to carry a T-bone with you and just gnaw on that every now and then.
That's not a bad
Some
idea.
bone marrow.
Eat your meat and your fat, and then you don't have to worry about all that other crazy shit.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah.
Is that his nickname, Heather?
What?
Nothing. Tom got it.
No.
What was that, Tom?
Talking about T-bone.
Not me. Don't blame me. I'm not the one.
It was me.
It's all Gerald.
It was fine. It was fine.
I always get pulled in by Gerald and Miss Tarot D. It's always problems. Always problems.
Heather, take some pictures.
Yeah.
Along the way, so that you can remember those funny and silly, unexpected things.
Stop at the rest stops. Take pictures.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Do
when
some
you
random
take
lives.
pictures.
Yep.
Do some random lives on the road.
Yeah, I'll pop in. I'll sit from the bed. I'll pull up open and I'll tell everybody what went on during the day and stuff. And I have my I have a little sketchbook with my little portable watercolors and my water brush. Okay. So I'll be able to relax and unwind doing that.
Do not be doing watercolor whilst driving.
Yeah,
No.
try not to. I don't think. Try not to watercolor while you're driving.
At the hotel, Gerald.
You could do it while driving. It's a whole book idea already created for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. All right. Take care.
Bye,
Bye.
Gerald.
Bye, Gerald.
Oh.
Heather, I want to say something before I forget. You commented on trying to do a live, like, or a short or something every evening or whatever.
Yeah, in the hotel, just go live and say hi to people. And
I think that's a great idea. And again, this is none of my damn business, but don't feel pressured to do that. If you're not in the mood or it doesn't feel right, don't freaking do it.
yeah,
You don't have to do it.
Mhm.
If you feel like it or it makes sense, do it. If it doesn't, you're not into it, you're not feeling it, do not feel like, oh, I have to do that. I have to. Don't do that.
Yeah, or post a
If
picture
someone
in the
that loves
community
you and
post.
cares about you, just don't do it.
Mhm.
It's not that big of a deal. You can do it the next day or 2 days
I'm
later,
not
or
gonna
not
be
do it
there
at all.
exhausted, so we're gonna
Yes,
be like pulling
exactly.
in and,
That's right. You might not even feel like it at all. Or maybe you'll be feeling great and want to do it. I would play that by ear is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Honey bunny, oh, you're sweet, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm going to be a lot of times. It's going to be like we're going to pull in. I'll have Shan, take care. We'll do it with the cats. I'll go out. I'll grab, dinner for us. I'll grab a supper. So it's going to be mostly, fast food on the way there. I just come back to the hotel, eat. I take my meds at night early, and then boom, be up for the continental breakfast at 6:00 in the morning, and then be on the road. Grab some stuff off the, a couple muffins or whatever they have, and some fruit, and throw that in the bag, and take it in a doggy bag and take that on the road. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see, Nebraska and Wyoming. It's beautiful country. I've never been there, so I'm hoping that along the way, one of our stops, we can, we'll have a beautiful view where I can take some pictures. So yeah, or at the hotel. So yeah, there'll be a couple nice hotels too. I told them to the girl, make sure I don't want any dive hotels. I mean, you got to find one that would allow the cats that were pet friendly. But she did pretty good. We only had 2 stops that were over $100. One was 105 and one was 107. That was like Wyoming and Utah. But the rest were like 80. One was 80, one was 67, one was 90. So we evened out pretty good, for quite a few of them. So, yeah.
Good, especially because you're not there that long, right? You're basically there sleeping.
Yeah, that's it.
And get up in the morning and roll out. So
that's the good thing about being used to New York prices.
Yeah. And it'd be nice to actually sleep in a bed. We haven't had a bed since 2013, 14.
Right back.
Something like that. So no more sleeping on the floor. We'll be able to sleep on an actual bed. And not get bit by critters.
Mm-hmm.
So totally looking forward to being able to do. I mean, the little things that people take for granted, Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a real bed to sleep in. So, but I am grateful for the one we do have for tonight, and the roof over our head, and the food that we have. So, I always make sure I mention it too. So, and thank you, Brianne. Thank you for popping in. And let's see, what did Miss Moonlight say? I think it would be fun to get one of those throwaway cameras. Oh, yeah, that possibly too. But we'll see. Yep, have your morning complimentary breakfast
and
live stream. Oh, do the live stream then? Maybe. But yeah, crappy hotel. No, actually, I bought an extra breakfast. Aldi's carries really good coffees, and
Mama Sushi.
Yep.
And so
and good wine too. They have like good cheap wine for like $3.
And we like their breakfast, their morning breakfast. And so instead of opening it and having it this week, Shan and I are going to just keep it and take it on the road. So when we get to the hotel, we just put our own coffee in the coffee maker and have the better coffee. So I just don't have my creamer, but that's okay. I can get by without the creamer. Yeah. So, well, thank you everybody for hanging out.
Thank
and
you.
Joining us. We're going to have to take our Advil soon and get to bed because his friend, his former boss, is supposed to be here somewhere around 10 or 11 tomorrow morning. So we're going to have to get to bed soon. But thank you, Shan. for joining
Thank
me
you.
on the
Yeah.
Friday show. This is a, you know, a
Yes,
once in a
thank you,
lifetime.
Shan.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Shan.
Yeah.
it was nice
And
to be able to join.
and Selena
Thanks for
and
having me.
Tom for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, everybody, Val and Marina, Bill, Bobby,
Bobby,
Miss Taro D.
Lexi, Miss Taro D. Yeah, you're going to
Lexi.
have to watch that back, Tom.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right. So yes, everybody, thank you, and we will see you. We'll see you on the road.
Have a great
channels.
trip,
So-
guys.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Yeah,
my
we
hand
love you
at?
too.
There it
There's
is.
your hand.
Bye.
Night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Night, y'all.